is Jimmy Garoppolo? I saw a lot of people upset early on with how Jimmy Garoppolo was playing. And Kyle Shanahan too. Kyle Shanahan ripped him on the sideline. My thing is, that's who the fuck Jimmy been the whole time. That's Jimmy Garoppolo. And when he's not super efficient in the sense of being like the highest rated efficient quarterback in the NFL, which he had been over the last 4 weeks, if he's not that, if he's what he normally is, there are very weird moments. That's just who he is. So with him as a starting quarterback, you live with that. You know that. So for me to see people kind of, oh, Trey Lance, well, and it's like, no, this is not a Trey Lance time. All right, this is not a Trey Lance time. This is a Jimmy Garoppolo just has to kind of work through this rough patch as you would with any other quarterback. I think the issue with Jimmy, or even like a Kirk Cousins, is, and I think no, Jimmy even more so than Cousins, he has certain limitations. So early on, it was clear to me that the Minnesota Vikings said, you know what, we're going to clog the middle of the field. We're going to take that away. We're going to make you throw outside the numbers. And that's not Jimmy G's strength, right? Like what does Jimmy do well? He throws in rhythm well, throws in between the hashes and damn near in between the numbers very well, right? Like that's where he performs at his highest ability. He's not someone that's typically going to stretch the field vertically unless it's a schemed up shot play. And he also isn't someone who is going to throw outside the numbers a lot on drive throws. And when he starts to do things like that, he kind of can get in trouble. It starts to look a little weird, right? You saw him throw outside the numbers early on to George Kittle, and this was when I was like, okay, what's Kyle Shanahan's changeup going to be? Because we know who your quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo is, right? So Jimmy tried to throw outside the numbers. It was a third down play. I tried to throw outside to George Kittle, and the ball kind of floated a little bit, right? Kind of floated to him, and you're like, almost got picked off. It was kind of behind him. DB could have made a play. There was a shot play down the field, down the right sideline to Deebo Samuel on a double move, and again, Deebo Samuel had to like play defensive back and really made a terrific job, right? No PI, broke the ball up, did a good job there. Well, like that's Jimmy is who he is. So people kind of like Trey Lance. No, maybe if this wasn't what I expected from Jimmy Garoppolo, I don't still think I would say that. I know who Jimmy is, and I know with Jimmy as the starter, what exactly he brings to the table. And I know, right now, ideally, the 49ers have to play a certain brand of football for him to be the best version of himself that he can be. And I think we saw that, right? We saw that at different stages in the game where he did start completing passes. Now, again, things started off weird. He missed some passes, threw a pass, some passes high, threw high to the running back. We saw him throw the interception, one of those third down conversions to our guy, 15, Juwan Jennings. Even the safety had a beat on that, like where he kind of came and tried to rob it, and he was right there a split second away from being able to pick that off. So you could tell like they knew kind of what Jimmy's strengths was, and they wanted to take that away. But ultimately, it didn't matter. I thought Jimmy Garoppolo did a good job of kind of getting back in a rhythm, being able to throw some of the passes where he's comfortable with doing over the middle. He did a really good job throwing some passes to Brandon Ayuk. Ayuk had, obviously he did terrific catching some nice passes, having nice run after catch plays, big time clutch play over the middle, kind of down the field towards the end of the first half. Did a good job there. Terrific job by Jimmy Garoppolo moving the chains, being able to pick up not just the first down, because I think it was like 3rd and 11 from like the 30-yard line, but put the 49ers in position to be able to ultimately score a touchdown. Awesome stuff. So I think Jimmy Garoppolo, people are going to be upset by some of the way that game started. But to me, again, he is who he is. And those are some of the things that you're going to get with him, because when it's not the bet, there's not really a whole lot of, I don't want to say a whole lot of in between, but you're going to see more of what we saw in this game from Jimmy than we are what we've seen in the previous 3-4 weeks or whatever it was. Jimmy, most of the time, is not probably going to be the highest rated quarterback as far as efficiency goes and QBR goes in the NFL. It's typically not going to be him. Typically going to get more of what you saw from this game. Some weird moments, some like, oh, you stop throwing the ball high, right? Oh, you're going to get somebody killed maybe. But also just enough throws to where it's like, all right, this is the guy who wins way more with Kyle Shanahan then loses. All right, so that was a lot of what we saw from Jimmy Garoppolo, and I kind of want to touch on that because I saw some people panicking. I asked some questions on Twitter about it, like, okay, I was waiting to see when is the team going to take away the middle of the field. They did. All right, what's he going to do? Damn, he throws that out. That's not his game. Kyle Shanahan, what are you going to do to help your quarterback? And we see, obviously, he kind of just stuck to the script, stuck to the run game. Thought he did a good job. I saw a lot of people, and I didn't have Kyle Shanahan on my notes or anything like that, but Kyle Shanahan, get back, stop being stubborn, get back to what you do, get back. And it's like, dude, like you can't coddle Jimmy to the point where you just don't do anything. Like, okay, we can't throw the ball at all. No, like you gotta play football. Like you have to throw the ball. Like the NFL is a wide open game right now. You have to throw the ball. You got to throw the ball to keep teams honest. I get it. 49ers have ran a ton, and eventually they got back to that last game running, 38, 39 times. But you're going to have to throw the ball at some point. So a lot of people were, oh, you got to get back to what you did before. Stop being stubborn. Run the ball. You got to keep teams honest. You got to play football. Got to play football.